beef and cabbage, potatoes piled high, fish and brewis with scruncheons and a bottle close by. Pea soup and doughboys gravy thick as can be, stove cakes and molasses and a mug of strong tea. We might mix up things that sound like crooked to you, but that's how we've always made our Newfoundland stew. Coming out of the weather by don't mind the boots, there's a pot on the stove and there's tea for the troops. The kettle's been singing since 10:15, and Nan's got enough food to feed 40 men. There's homemade bread rising with molasses so sweet, and a slab of cold butter just waiting to meet. A thick slice of stove cake fried up golden and brown, that's breakfast in Newfoundland, best meal in town. Some folks might look at our supper and say, "By what in the world are you having today?" But give them one taste and they'll soon understand there's a whole lot of love in a Newfoundland pan. Put the kettle on by, pass the scoff around. There's no starving when there's Newfoundlanders around. Salt beef and cabbage, potatoes piled high, fish and brewis with scruncheons and a bottle close by. Pea soup and doughboys gravy thick as can be, stove cakes and molasses and a mug of strong tea. We might mix up things that sound like crooked to you, but that's how we've always made our Newfoundland stew. Now, Sunday means salt beef, so soak it all night with cabbage and turnip and carrots just right. Potatoes in the middle all boiling away, and mustard pickles waiting to finish the day. The house smells like supper from early till noon, and somebody's checking the pot with a spoon. Then just when you think that there's nothing to add, out comes a blueberry duff. Sweet Lord, that ain't bad. There's fish and brew is made from hard bread and cod, with scruncheons fried up till they're fit for a god. Some folks like onions, some wants plenty of fat, and somebody's Nan says you're not doing it like that. We'll fry up a cod tongue, a cheek, or a jaw, and pan fry the fillets till we has a big scoff, with a side of potatoes and onions fried through. There's no fancy restaurant can make scoff like we do. Put the kettle on by, pass the scoff around. There's no starving when there's Newfoundlanders around. Salt beef and cabbage, potatoes piled high, fish and brewis with scruncheons and a bottle close by. Pea soup and doughboys gravy thick as can be, stove cakes and molasses and a mug of strong tea. We might mix up things that sound right crooked to you, but that's how we've always made our Newfoundland stew. Now pea soup's not finished when the peas are all soft. You've got to drop doughboys right into the broth. Let them puff up and float till they're big as your hand, then serve up a bowl fit for a hard-working man. And don't forget Jake's dinner when company calls. There's enough in that pot to feed half of Bishop Paul's. Turkey on Christmas with dressing piled high, and turnip and gravy, then seconds don't lie. We'll have a cold plate with bologna and slaw, potato salad made like our mothers all saw, beet salad, mustard, pickles, cold turkey and ham, and maybe a slice of dark cake if you can. Then somebody brings out a jar from the shed with baked apples or partridge berries spread over bread, a bit of homemade jam and a cup of hot tea. That's five-star dining here on the rock by the sea. There's custard in the pot and snowballs on plates, figgy duff pudding and Nan's old tea cakes. There's raisin buns cooling all over the rack, and a pot of boiled dinner that keeps bringing us back. Moose meat and rabbit, a bit of seal too, wild berries picked where the box sparkled blue, baked apples, blueberries, cranberries sweet. Newfoundland and the sea gave us plenty to eat. We fry bologna for breakfast, now don't turn your nose, with eggs and some bread, that's the way that it goes. And somebody somewhere is frying up chips, while someone's got gravy all over their lips. We'll dip a stove cake in molasses so dark, then eat another one short. It's only a snack, and if there's leftover salt beef from yesterday's pot, we'll fry it with onions, waste by we does not. Put the kettle on by, pass the scoff around. There's no starving when there's Newfoundlanders around. Salt beef and cabbage, potatoes piled high, fish and brewis with scruncheons and a bottle close by. Pea soup and doughboys gravy thick as can be, stove cakes and molasses and a mug of strong tea. You can keep your fancy meals and the food all brand new. Give me Nan's old kitchen and a Newfoundland stew. So come and sit down by this room at the table, have another plate full if you're still able. There's always more food, that's the Newfoundland way. You only had one helping, keep keep on feeding all the day.